Welcome back. Time now for a full look at weather with our chief meteorologist, Dan Cianca. Dan, I gotta say, those inland areas really seen some heat when I was down at Lake San Antonio. All I wanted to do was just take a dip in, and now that it's reopened, you can do that.
You should have.
I think you used a little movie magic. We watched your story and it looked like you took a little dip in, but maybe you just put the really expensive camera underwater.
Magic. Yeah, those cameras can work some magic for sure.
I guess so, but yeah, I mean, it was probably tempting to go in. I think we hit 109 in Bradley today, so it was definitely hot in southern Monterey County. And it was beautiful around the bay, warm, even maybe a little muggy, some people reported. Let's see what's going on out there right now. High pressure in control across the desert southwest. It is moving slowly away from us right now. We can see plenty of shower and thunderstorm activity all the way from the deserts to the northern Rockies associated with this. This is monsoonal high. Monsoon showers rolling through the region. We actually had a few pass over southeastern Monterey County earlier today. The radar echoes were there anyway. There's a big dry layer in between where those showers were and the ground, so I did not get any reports of drops reaching the ground. But maybe if you live in southeastern Monterey County in Parkfield or in one of the ranches, just you got a raindrop, let me know. The good news is there was no lightning, and that was the one concern. It was a pretty low probability thing, but this also pumped up some moisture our way. It felt a little humid out there today, and it's going to be humid into the day tomorrow before some drier air really starts to work its way in. The humidity actually keeping our low temperatures warmer than normal overnight tonight, despite the fact that we have mostly clear skies. But as I mentioned, the ridge is going to slowly move to the south and east, so while remaining in its hot air mass tomorrow, the air mass actually stays about as warm and dries out a little bit, so it might actually, in some cases, temperatures could be close to warmer than today because there's less moisture to have to heat up or to absorb that heat anyway tomorrow. But tomorrow, really the last hot day inland. We're going to start to cool down pretty quickly. This trough coming down the coast kind of joins forces with this area of low pressure, and that is going to bring a much cooler air mass aloft. It will help deepen our marine layer, which will bring that cool ocean air farther inland, and really just a recipe for much cooler air as we head into Friday, and probably some thick low cloud cover as well. So it's going to be a lot different come Friday than we've been experiencing over the last couple of days. But as I mentioned, tomorrow is similar to that transition day between the two events. Now, the Weather Service has decided to extend the heat advisory for the higher terrain of Monterey and San Benito counties and the southern valleys of Monterey County through tomorrow at 11 p.m. So this is one more day of heat advisories. They've been dropped in the north, but we did get an extension in the south, so something to keep in mind. Future track is going to show mostly clear skies overnight. We do have some low cloud cover possible around the bay. Patchy fog, I think, is what we'll see overnight into tomorrow morning. And then we go to this transition tomorrow. The pressure gradient switches a little bit, so we'll start to pull more on that marine layer, pulling it farther inland tomorrow. It may not start that way, so I think tomorrow we're going to have another warm start early in the day. It might seem pretty similar to today, where we were sunny and kind of muggy out there along the coast and hot and dry inland. But later on in the day tomorrow, with that increased onshore flow and deepening marine layer, we may see a few low clouds show back up on the south side of the bay later in the day, and they'll thicken up tomorrow night. And ultimately, we'll have cooler breezes later in the day tomorrow as well. So while noon tomorrow might be very similar to today, 6 p.m. tomorrow might feel a lot different than today, if that makes sense. So let's talk about some temperatures. We're going to take you up north into Santa Cruz County first, and it's still hot up in the mountains. 92 up at the summit, almost 100 up in Boulder Creek, mid-90s in Ben Lomond, 80s, Felton, Scotts Valley, Bonnie Doon down on the coast, though. You'll have a pretty constant sea breeze in Santa Cruz, keeping you in the mid-70s. Same in Capitola. On the east shore of the bay, we're going to see upper 60s to low 70s, but you get inland a little bit, and it heats up mostly early in the day. We get to 78 in Watsonville before that stronger sea breeze kicks in, 76 in Salinas likewise. And Hollister, you'll get 92.1 early in the day, and then you'll have a stronger wind in the afternoon, but we're still going to be in triple digits up in the Santa Clara Valley, I think, tomorrow. So Monterey Peninsula, I mean, we're almost 80 today in Monterey, so you'll definitely be cooler, but still warmer than normal for this time of year in Monterey. And of course, if you need to cool off, I guess you could go pay the fine, or not the fine, but the fee, yeah, and then just drive around 17-mile drive in Pebble Beach with the windows down at 64. That'll feel good. And of course, there's a heat advisory still in effect for the south. And again, we'll see 80s and 90s in the lower elevation valleys and triple digits still in those higher elevation valleys. 7-day forecast for coastal cities. Look at the temperature change by Friday. A big drop, 7 degrees cooler. Might even see a day of no sky July. And that's kind of our Juney gloom, May gray, foggiest word for July. It's not as fun to say, but you'll get it, I think, Friday with those increased low clouds. And then the marine layer continues to deepen into Saturday, which could make some drizzle. So got some drizzle in the forecast, and we're going to stay cooler than normal through the weekend and then bump up next week with warmer weather expected by Tuesday, but a cooler and cloudier weekend. Inland areas, take a look at this temperature change. We go from an average of 95 in our inland cities tomorrow to 75 by Sunday. That is going to feel a lot different. If you've had those chores inland you've been putting off because it's been too hot, you can do them this weekend. It's going to be a lot cooler and maybe much more enjoyable for you folks outside. Heat will return probably midweek next week, but until then, enjoy it. Back to you.
Definitely some much needed relief just in time for the weekend. Thank you so much, Dan.